Okay, so okay, so because you brought up Warrior of the Mind, and said that it was like not Warrior of the Mind, because you brought up My Goodbye and said it was just like a worse version of Warrior of the Mind. Uh, my brain went, no, it's not. And I don't think it is. I genuinely don't think it is. And you said like with less memorable lines, but there's a line that just sticks in my head as, yep, that's Athena. Uh, the, the opening, you were reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. Just the, and you've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest that. I imagine her saying that with this face. Your dead friends can attest, and he's like, "Hey, like you keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." That's what that hey feels like to me, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. So I started singing My Goodbye. And I did the whole thing, like, going back and forth between Athena and Odysseus. And I was, like, physically going back and forth. Like, every time one of their parts ended, I just moved to the other side of the room, and I went, 1, 2, 3. That's just like you. And it's just like, restarting from where I was. But I did it as if like I was acting on a stage, and it already helped me figure out some things for like how we're gonna like do an animatic of that. And there's one part that my brain went, yes, and I need to record a reference video for that, but yes. Because I say I need to record it because I can do that, like, and I know I can because I've done it before. And I'm just gonna stop beating around the bush. I'm just gonna stop beating around the bush. Jesus Christ, what's me in pronunciation today? I haven't been able to pronounce a single word correctly. But anyway, so at the end, when Athena, I imagine she's crying but trying to hide it. Like, that's how I see it. At the end, like with at the final, this is my goodbye. I imagine that while she's like just holding the note, the I, she turns into a bird, an owl. And I'm really excited about this because it's not just the fact that she just turns into an owl, because she can do that. We all know that she can do that. That's not the part that I'm excited about, and that's not the reason why I need to record the reference video. It's how she would turn into a bird, an owl. So, I mean, an owl's a bird, but okay. So I'm really excited about this. So, you remember when we watched Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? I don't remember if we finished that. I don't think we did, because I don't think we did. Like, I remember the ending, and I remember watching it recently, but that's because I watched it before. I don't think I watched it with you, because I don't remember you commenting anything on it. So no, we did not finish watching that. But you remember in that movie how the inbreeding, the women that turn into birds, how they turn into birds. You know, like the motion that they do, that's like super fluid, and they just turn into birds, and it's so fucking beautiful. So yeah, I was thinking we'd do something like that, but it's, and like in my head it works like this. So like, first she's going, this is my goodbye, and she like does this with her arms, and as she's like, as they're going down their arms, but as they're coming back up, there are like feathers connecting the arms to the body, and then the arms fully turn into wings, like gradually as they're going up. And as she's going up, she's like starts like she's like in the air at this point. Like, after she's done this, she's jumped, and when she's like this, she looks like she's gonna dive with her arms like this, but then instead of diving, she just like tucks her knees into her body and instead just flips and turns into a bird as she turns into an owl as she's flipping. Um, and like I know that I can do that like into water. And I hurt my back a lot sometimes doing that because I go in like too strong and I end up like doing 1.5 and I end up like 1.5 and my back just bam onto the water. It just hurts a lot, but it's super fun. So yeah, I want to record a reference video for that as soon as I have access to a pool. And I think that's really cool, and it's a really cool way to end the song. And like with the music, then you could like because she arrives as an owl, and Odie sees her coming as an owl, and then she does quick thought, and the song happens, and she turns into a bird, still inside an owl, still inside Odie's mind, and then she ends the quick thought, and but we see the ending of the quick thought, like as she turns into a bird and starts flying away, like a screen flashes or something, and the quick thought ends, and we see like in reality her just flying away and Odie seeing that and like looking at the owl flying away, and I can just imagine Yuri being like, bro, you good? But yeah, I think that's a really fun way to end the song, and I don't really see many moments that would need to be animated in that song. There's one. The back and forth they have at the end, the "You're not looking for a mentor, I'm not looking for a friend, I mistook you for a general, what a waste of effort spent." You know, at least I know what I'm fighting for, while you're fighting to be known. Since you claim you're so much wiser, why's your life spent all alone? You're alone. Oh my god, that hurts. At that point, she like they start walking closer together, but the only one who like walks forward is the one who's singing. So at the beginning, Athena is going like, "You're not looking for a mentor, I'm not looking for a friend," like on beat, and she's like much taller than Odysseus, like because the gods are just like proportionately bigger, and she, like the closer she gets, like the more like down she has to look Odysseus in the eyes, and like it really like takes some like power even like visually away from Odysseus, and we could have the colors shift more towards Athena's color palette, which is the blues and stuff, than Odysseus, which in that saga would be the reds and the oranges of the Cyclops saga, like shift away from that and more into Athena's colors, like in the background, fading in, because the backgrounds wouldn't be like actually like fully colored, or they would just be like a gradient of colors, and they could tell a story. Like for example, in Wouldn't You Like, the background is going to be flashing at some point, because it's very that's Hermes. That's such Hermes vibes for the background to be just flashing. I'm sick. I should not have gone to school today. I inhaled a lot of paint fumes, not the paint itself. Calm down. Just like the stuff from the paint, because we were decorating our classroom door for Halloween, because at our school there's like competition for that every year, and the same people win every year. Not because they're good, because the parents vote on it on Facebook. The photo with the most likes and comments wins. And some parents go like, please go like my son's door for him to win the fucking gun. And is that my dad? That's not my dad. Cool. Anyway, what is this sound? What is this sound? I hate that sound. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the background would like fade into Athena's color scheme, which is more like the blues, or like the blues, because very wisdom, very wise, very blue. Anyway, Athena's blue. No, the hair. It's the hair. It's completely different. That's fine. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the background like fades into Athena's color scheme, like fades out of Odysseus's colors and fades into Athena as she's singing and walking closer to him, and she's like way taller than him, so he occupies a lot less of the frame than her, so he loses power in a visual way as well. And then when his verse starts up again, it's not really the verse, this is the bridge. So when his part starts up again, he starts walking to her, and yes, he does have to look up at her, but as his colors fade in, as his colors fade back in, that's not gonna be like, he just will occupy more of like this, like his energy will occupy more of the space, and at some point she's gonna start walking backwards as well. At first, no. At first, he's just gonna keep looking up higher and higher at her, at least I know what I'm fighting for while you're fighting to be known. And at this point, he's already like craning his neck like this. But he's still like very angry, and you can see it on his face. And then Athena starts walking backwards, which is the turning point for, it really feels like a turning point here. When she starts walking backwards, he starts not looking up as much because she's walking backwards as well, and her steps backwards are bigger than his steps forwards, so he doesn't have to like crane his neck up as high as he would have if she didn't take steps back. So she starts stepping back in the since you claim you're so much wiser, why is your life spent all alone? And then in the you're alone, instead of just taking another step forward, he pushes her, and she takes like 3 or 4 steps backwards, because he pushed her. Not because she couldn't have like handled it physically, but because emotionally, he just destroyed her. But since you claim you're so much wiser, why is your life spent all alone? You're alone. Like you're alone. And he like pushes her with both hands, and she's already like wobbly. So she actually like stumbles into a rock behind her. You're alone, and she like, her face is like pure like what? Like, like, how does he know? Am I that easy to figure out? You know that kind of face? You know the one that everyone knows she's making, the oh shit, shit got serious and they can't take this fight back. You know that? When a fight gets too real and you just can't take back what you said. And I think Odie feels that too like he went too far, but he's too prideful to take it back. And Athena is just like, even if he apologizes, which he won't, I can't just accept that apology. Um, I'm just saying why I like My Goodbye so much. Uh, the only song, before the Wisdom Saga that I can't defend like this is Keep Your Friends Close. Because I just don't like the song. I just don't like the song. Just don't like the song. Even if it is the first instance that we get of Penelope, in a dream. Like, I completely forgot that Penelope had shown up before. Because I don't listen to that song ever. I used to have like the entirety of Epic on my playlist. Now I don't even listen to Epic anymore. But I used to have the entirety of Epic on my playlist. And I would not have that song. I don't listen to it. I don't like it, and it is important for the storytelling. But it could also be fun to listen to, you know. You could just make it better. Just make it better, please. Make it better. I don't want to forget important plot points because the song is bad. But yeah, the Cyclops saga is like a very underrated. It's like the least liked saga behind Wisdom. I didn't like it. I listened to the songs once on the live stream, and that was it. They never listened to them again. But anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to explain what I did with the song. He pushes her into a rock. She tries to recollect herself. Like, okay, this just happened. Our friendship is over. And now since he did that, I gotta hit back and be mean about it because he was mean to me, and now I gotta be mean to him. Because he made me cry. He's a meanie. And me. I just imagine this as they're just. This is a fight that they really can't come back from until Odie is in fucking mortal danger. Oh my god, look at how fucking. That's okay, that's not good. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so this is like a fight that they can't come back from, and they both know it. But I like to see it as he was mean to me, so now I'm gonna be mean to him back. He made me cry. He pushed me off the what was it? Someone pushed Tyler off the seesaw. And what did you do? Nothing. I was sitting over on the bench. Who was sitting over on the bench? I don't fucking know. Okay, so I need to figure out who is John Mulaney and who's John Mulaney's dad in this weird analogy that I've started right now. So, who was over on the bench? I was over on the bench. And what did you do? Nothing. I was sitting over on the bench. So you watched them push Tyler off the seesaw. Yes, because I was over on the bench. And you did nothing. Yeah, because I was over on the bench. Let me ask you this. In Nazi Germany... I love the face that he does after he says that. In Nazi Germany, when people saw what the Nazis were doing and did nothing, were those good people? Nah, those are bad people. You gotta stop the Nazis. So you saw what they were doing to Tyler, And you did nothing. Yes, because I was over on the bench. He's totally correct. Who was over on the bench? Polites. No, not Polites. He's the one yelling. No, he's too nice for that. Who's yelling about Nazi Germany? Zeus. And you did nothing. Yes, because I was over on the bench. Let me ask you this. In Nazi Germany, no, someone pushed Tyler off the seesaw. Who pushed Tyler off the seesaw? Who's Tyler? Tyler is Athena, and Odie is the one who pushed Tyler off the seesaw. What's the seesaw? The edge of sanity. Sans Undertale. I'm not making any sense at all. What are words? Things that come out of my mouth sometimes. Other times, it's just spit. Because sometimes I speak too fast to swallow my own spit, and then I just... like King George in Hamilton. King George III. You say your love is raining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject. And he spits out. That's so funny. People laughed a lot at that. You can hear it in the thing. I want a pro shot of Beetlejuice, the motherfucking musical. Because the slime tutorial that I have is bad quality. And it does not have the first song. It only starts when Alex Brightman goes on stage. Because these people, they don't care about anyone else. And Act 2 also starts up in the middle of the Girl Scouts song. What's it called? What's the Girl Scouts song called? Is it just Girl Scouts? I know that her name is Sky. And I'm here today to support the Girl Scouts with selling cookies. $4 a box. Would you like? I love the crazy inhale. When Lydia opens the door and Sky's like, oh shit, it's a goth girl. Sky is on me. Anyway, she goes, oh, yes, hi, my name is Sky, and I'm here today to support the Girl Scouts by selling cookies. $4 a box, would you like some? Oh my god, that inhale is so crazy. Well, I got chocolate, banana, and oat bran, pecan, Samoas, and Thin Mints, and one that tastes like apple pie. Why don't you come inside? Well, we're really not supposed to. Why? Pedophiles. But it's so cold, and you are not mean, and no one gets molested by a gothy teen. You gotta change that mindset, girl. That is not fucking true. While goth people are usually very nice, you can't judge a book by its cover, even if you're doing the opposite, if you're judging it by the opposite of what you would usually judge it by. You're just a simp, Sky, and I completely agree. You gotta change that mindset. Do not go into strangers' houses. Like, oh, and I love, like, the first verse of that song. It is just pure world building, like, and, like, character building for a character that we never see again. She just shows up that one time, And we get a ton of information on her, like how her parents wouldn't let her join the Girl Scouts because she has congenital heart disease. Yeah, she has like heart problems, and if she gets too excited, then my heart could stop. And at some point, she does like, and the music just stops, and she's like, and it goes back to sing. So yeah, like it took a long time for her parents to let her join the Girl Scouts, and it took even longer for them to let her go sell cookies because she could get too excited and her heart could stop. So it's the first time that she's going to sell cookies, and she immediately decides to go, hey, let's go into this house. This weird, asymmetrical, just very Tim Burton house. Yeah, let's go in there. Sure, there are no ghosts or ghouls in there who would like to scare me. Not at all. It's amazing. So yeah, we got a fuck ton of world building for her. We know that she has a heart problem, that she gets too excited or too scared. If she gets too anything, her heart could just stop. And her parents wouldn't let her join the Girl Scouts for a long ass time, and now she's really happy to have joined the Girl Scouts, and to be selling cookies door to door, and that she likes goth girls, because don't we all? Don't we all? Don't we all? I've been recording for too long. This was supposed to be about the ending of My Goodbye. I've talked about John Mulaney. I've talked about Beetlejuice. I've talked about Hamilton. Somehow got to Hamilton before I got to Beetlejuice. I talked, somehow, haven't gotten a rant about Alex Brightman yet, which will happen eventually, but hasn't happened yet. And I have not mentioned once the Marauders. Fuck. Yeah, this was supposed to be about My Goodbye. The ending, that end part that I just thought up. Anyway, then I started trying to defend it because it's a good song. Fuck you, it is a good song. I like it. I think I like it better than Warrior of the Mind. Like, yeah, melody-wise, the melody and, like, the harmonies, they're so good. Like, my ears like it a lot, but my brain likes My Goodbye more. My brain likes My Goodbye a lot more. My ears love Warrior of the Mind, but my brain really likes My Goodbye. And I don't like Wisdom. I just don't like the Wisdom Saga. Cyclops is like the mostly universally agreed upon worst saga. But I think Remember Them, like that beginning part, my brain and my ears, they both love it. I don't know why I don't listen to it more often. When everything is like muffled, and I think it's Yuri who's calling out to him, but I'm never sure. I'm not good. Voice is not good. I'm the opposite of Danny Mata. If there's any similarity between voices, I don't hear it. They're all different people. Even when they're the same person, they're all different people. I don't hear it. I didn't know that Alex Brightman was playing two characters. Two characters in Hazbin Hotel. I had no idea. I simply did not know. I had no idea who was playing Serpentis. Serpentis? Benches? Why am I being so weird about pronunciations of words today? I had no idea who was playing Serpentis. But Danny Mata, like, heard any male character in Has Been, and he was like, is that Alex Brightman? Is that Alex Brightman? Alex Brightman, that fucking Beetlejuice? That fucking Beetlejuice again? Why is Beetlejuice fucking everywhere? That's not Beetlejuice. Come on. Oh, and in when he started watching Helva, he was the same. He was like, I can feel him. He's somewhere around here. Like when I think it's in the scene where in Lululand, in the scene where Blitz goes, listen to your hoe, Mox. And Danny Mata's like, Danny Mata's little brain is like, holy fucking shit, it's Alex Brightman again, isn't it? So he goes, wait, and he Googles it, and it's Brandon Rogers. And he's like, okay, but I can feel him here. His presence is all over this. I can fucking feel it. He's here, and I will find him. And then, immediately, like the scene after that, either the scene after that or the scene after the one after that, doesn't matter. But immediately after it's the robotic physiology, and he's like, I knew it, and it's just the Beetlejuice voice. He just does the Beetlejuice voice for Fizz. You know who's more in the voice department than, you know what I would love to see? A show voiced purely by 3 people. Tara Strong, you know, the one who voices Twilight Sparkle, and Raven from Teen Titans, and a bunch of other people, and she can do so many voices, but she can't sing. That's her one. But she can do the voice. Doesn't she do the voice for Sunset Shimmer as well? No. That's Rebecca something. Wait, doesn't Tara Strong sing for Sunset Shimmer? No. What am I thinking? What other voices does Tara Strong do? It doesn't matter. She has a ton of voices. She's amazing. There's this one meta episode of Teen Titans Go, which is the same as saying half of them. There's this one meta episode of the Teen Titans Go that I actually really liked. And it's like, do you have any idea how there's this one episode of Teen Titans Go that I actually really liked? Oh, which one? Oh, is this meta one? Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Most of them are meta, and it's not good. Like, you can't just make a show meta without having some foundations laid to, like, make it meta. And for a good example of that, I present to you The Amazing World of Gumball. When it goes meta, it hits hard. When Teen Titans Go goes meta, it's the regular Tuesday. It is a regular Tuesday. There's this one where they go back in time, and they make it meta. The Teen Titans Go movie, it's great. I love that movie. And it's a musical. I love musicals. Don't we all love musicals? I love musicals so much. Oh, and you know that, like, super fucking viral, like, TikTok sound, it would be so awesome It would be so cool. That's from the Teen Titans Go movie. Teen Titans Go to the movies. I think that's the name of the movie. If it isn't, that's lost potential, because they say that in the movie. It is Slade. Slade. I love there are some scenes that are just stuck in my head. You know, the scene that constantly gets stuck in my head is the one where they go try to like reverse Superman's origin story, and they restore the balance to the crystals of the planet of Krypton. If there are any DC nerds, they're gonna tear me apart if I get that wrong. But anyway, they just get there and they like kick Superman's parents out of the room, and they're like, "We got this. We've got this." And they just start going the bum bum ba-da-da-da, bum bum ba-da-da-da, bum ba-da-da-da, bum bum ba-da-da-da. It's amazing. And then at some point it just like the illusion that they're playing a piano just completely falls apart. At some point where it just goes and they're just hitting the same crystal over and over again, but it's making all those sounds, and then it's crazy. It goes crazy and I love it. And at some point baby Superman takes off his diaper and just starts like swinging it through the air. It's Teen Titans Go. We all know how this is by now. But yeah, the one episode that I was talking about, this one episode where the Teen Titans go and like meet the people who make the show in animated form. It's really cute, actually. And they meet the voice actors, and Raven looks at her voice actress like, You sound nothing like me. And then she's like, you sound nothing like me. And she's like, how can you fucking do that? Teach me your I make magic. That is magic. So yeah, show could be an entire show could be completely voiced and have a huge variety of voices if it was just Tara Strong on all of the female characters and splitting the male cast in half. We would have Alex Bregman, obviously, who would do any character who had even a single second of singing, because we've all heard the other person who I'm gonna say next sing, and like, it's iconic, but it's not good. And of course, I am talking about Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls and voice of... In Gravity Falls, we have Grunkle Stan, Fiddlefor McGucket, Bill Cipher, Seuss. We have, let me see more characters. There are a bunch of background characters that he voices too. I'm pretty sure he voices the big head with the arm sticking out of the head with the hand, and it's like really polite but also really insistent about Dipper getting into its mouth. And that's Alex Hirsch as well. Who else? I'm pretty sure the gnomes. He voices the gnomes, all of the gnomes, which is crazy. Even though it's mostly just Jeff who talks and Shmepulok. J.K. Simmons voices Ford. That's nice. Who else does he voice in Gravity Falls? A bunch of background characters. Doesn't matter. What's important is those like main like 5 that I mentioned: Grunkle Stan, Seuss, Fiddlefor McGucket, Bill Cipher, and the gnomes. And there's a bunch of background characters and the head with the hand, arm, polite, insistent. Hey, I just want to have a conversation about you getting into my mouth. Hey, do you know it is rude to ignore people? I just wanted to have a talk, and you're ignoring me and you're running away. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird again. Does he also voice Kraz and Zyler? Because if he voices Kraz and Zyler, then I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But anyway, he voices those. And then in the Owl House, he voices King, which is just a Bill Cipher voice without the filter. There are some scenes of King that if you just put a Bill Cipher filter over it, you'd think that it's deleted dialogue from Gravity Falls. The bow to your king. There are some scenes with like the like bow to your king or something. The king of demons. That would be something that Bill Cipher would just do. Some of it. The here, have a head that's always screaming. I love how he just puts his arms like this. And he just does this. It's so fun. I love the animation. I love the way they animate Bill Cipher. And it's really inconsistent too because I think some of the animation team draws him as a two-dimensional triangle, and other parts of the animation team draw him with like a little bit of like depth, still as a triangle without being like a pyramid. Pyramid. What the fuck? Like a little bit of depth, like he's a triangle, but he's not like a sheet of paper. He's like a little block of wood as a triangle. It's like this, like it's thick. Like not really, it's like a little, it has some, I can't say the Bill Cipher is thick. I can't say that. That's that cancelled, demonetized, shut out from society forever. I can't just say that. That's not a sentence that can just come out of my mouth without repercussion. I can't pronounce shit today. It is late. It's 7. It is 7 o'clock. Good to know that. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, he voices King in the Owl House. In the Owl House, he also voices Hootie. Hootie's voice, by the way, is the result of Alex just, goofing around with Dana, who is his girlfriend. It's so cute. And I think they're still just boyfriend and girlfriend. I think if they got married that I would know, or if they got engaged that I would know. But if they did and I don't know, then someone fucking tell me, and congrats. Or if they broke up, because if they broke up and I'm still referring to them as boyfriend and girlfriend, then that would be like so awkward. But I hope that they haven't broken up, because that's a power couple, like oh, and it's something that's really cute is that the iconic thing from that one episode where King decides that he wants to be the king of the playground. That thing where this one kid with like the snot coming out his nose just like keeps making it impossible for King to become the king of the playground, but like it looks like it's unintentionally, and then at the end we learn that it's not. So he goes up to Ida and Luz to complain about it, and they start saying that like, King, you can't always have your way. You can just come back tomorrow and play more. We gotta go now. And then he starts like doing like a full body thing that's like signaling that he's gonna start doing the thing. And Ida's like, oh, here it comes, King's squeak of rage, and that part is made by Alex Hirsch, but then the actual squeak is too high for Alex Hirsch to reach because it's like it's so cute, it's so adorable. So you know who does that? Dana. Dana does that. You know who she also voices? She also voices the nose person. Tanella Nosa, she's had a name this whole time. Luce's reaction is, I can't wait for Danny Botta to react to that episode. And if he's already reacted to that, and I'm so behind on his Owl House reactions, because I've been obsessing over the dead gay wizards from the 70s. Now it is actually 7. Okay. So I haven't been able to catch up on any Mona's reactions of that, but he's been giving nicknames to the little guy, big nose girl, that talks like that talks. She's just a little guy. She's just a will. My story. She spelled it like that. She spelled it story. She talks like that. So yeah. So yeah, Dana Terrace also voices that character. Tanella Nosa, she's had a name this whole time. I'm pretty sure that I hope that Danny doesn't pause it before Lou says it. Because then he's gonna run out of funny things to say. And I really like when the shows make the joke that he's gonna make, and he's like, well, now what am I gonna do? Can't just pretend it didn't happen. You freaks have watched this like 500 times already. You know this scene by heart. It's iconic, at least to me. It's very iconic. Tanella Nosa, she's had a name this whole time? Like, what do you mean? Like, yes, Luce, yes, voice our thoughts. When Amity went Tanella Nosa, my brain went like, a name? And Luce was like, she's had a name this whole time. I was like, exactly. And Danny Motta has done like a tiny rant about the little guy, about, you know, Tanella Nosa. I love that's her name. Tanella Nosa. He's like, is this little thing going to keep showing up? He hates that thing. He loves Hootie. He's loved Hootie from the start. But he hates Tanella Nosa. Is this thing going to keep showing up? And he keeps finding new nicknames for it until they give it a name. He's gonna keep coming up with nicknames. But yeah, when the name finally shows up, I hope he lets the whole thing play. And he's like, yeah, Luz, exactly, that's appropriate reaction. Like, yeah, thank you. I love how he never thought that Hunter's voice was annoying. He thought that it was familiar because the voice actor for Hunter has done some anime stuff before, I guess. I don't watch anime. I have watched 2, maybe 3 episodes of one anime, and I got bored of it, and I didn't like it. I genuinely just got bored. Too much stuff that it just became boring, you know? It was very much not a kid's show. It was too much not a kid's show. Give me my trying to, you know, not say swear words, you know? Give me my clever workaround swear words. Give me my fictional slurs. I love me some fictional slurs. I made fictional slurs for one of my world building things. The slur for poor people is the rot, because they live in the rust district, and like rust is technically like the like rotting metal, so they call them the rot. Like rot, like to their face is like you rot, you know. And they also have a slur for the rich people. They live in the glass dome, so they call them the crystals. Stupid fucking crystals. Like I don't know if that counts as a slur, but I'm calling it a slur because I like fictional slurs a lot. Fictional slurs are fun. It is fun to have fictional slurs. I When I was reading Harry Potter for the first time, I'm gonna get to the Marauders eventually. When I was reading Harry Potter for the first time, and Hermione started crying when they called her a mudblood. Uh, I had Harry's exact reaction. I didn't have Harry's exact reaction because he was like, I don't know what that was, but that was bad. And my brain was like, I don't know what that was. Period. I had no idea what the word, like, even in, like, because I don't think I had ever, like, been taught what the concept of a slur is. I don't think I knew what a slur was. I don't think my family really understands what slurs are. So yeah, I don't think I knew what slurs were. So I didn't have like a term of comparison for that. Like, but then I learned about, you know, the existence of slurs, and I tried to like put it in my head that for them, mudblood was the N word, but not as like widespread. Our slurs are like really widespread, reclaimed like today, but they never reclaimed mudblood. They should though. They should someone should write in the future story where Muggleborns reclaim the slur mudbloods, and they use it for their group chat names. That would be fun. That would be so fun. Imagine like 20 like Hogwarts in 2020, because COVID happened and they're having to do it remotely, because even wizards get COVID. And while they try to work on a spell or a potion that cures it, they gotta do remote classes, or Hogwarts just closed. So they're doing remote classes. First, the entirety of Gryffindor Tower got COVID, and then it passed to Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, and Slytherin didn't get it at first, of course. But then there was one Slytherin who did get it, and that's how they find out that one Slytherin had been just like regularly making out with a Gryffindor, and he got it and spread it to the whole house, and so they had to like close down Hogwarts because everyone had COVID. I'm making this up in my head right now. Write this down because I won't. And then like Hogwarts closed down for, you know, COVID, and then they had to have their classes like remotely. How? Flute Network. Through the Flute Network. How? Don't know. Or like those magic mirrors that they have in the silver mirror that they, wait, Remus can't touch the silver mirror. But anyway, the silver mirrors that James and Sirius have for communicating with each other, that like they can see each other from the mirrors that actually reflect like back. It's just permanent FaceTime. They can just yell. Sirius could just go, Potter! You there, mate? And then he just hears him coming up the stairs, like, yeah, man, what's up? um, it's like, oh, nothing. You wanker. Yeah, nothing. Why'd you yell for me? You spent too much time with Evan. She's my wife! Yeah, and I'm your best friend. Anyway. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I don't know how they would do it, but they would have like remote classes, and at that point, since no one is at Hogwarts, then technology works again, and the Muggleborns set up a group chat, and they call it the Mudbloods, just the Mudbloods, um, or like something else funny, Mudbloods. Uh, yeah, and I would love to be in that group chat if I was a wizard. I want to be a fucking wizard. Uh, now that group chat would just be memes. Like, again, no, to. I want this group chat in the Marauders era. For the for uh, it's Remus and the Valkyries, because I think the Valkyries are all Muggleborn. At least no, Marlene is Marlene a half blood or a pure blood? I think she's a half blood. I write the story however the fuck I want. Okay, so um, Marlene is a half blood, which still counts as a mudblood. Um, because there's muggle blood mixed it with, if there's muggle blood mixed it with wizard blood, then mud blood. Then the slur applies. The slur applies. Fantastic. I can't believe I'm saying this shit. Shit, it's getting late. I need to do this. I need to go to the supermarket. What the fuck am I doing? I need to buy some cheese. Cheese. So yeah, Marlene McKinnon Marlene McKinnon is half blood, so that still makes her mudblood. Mary is Mary's Muggleborn. Mary McDonald, the whore. The whore, the slut, the slay queen. I say all of these with immense love. Oh my god. There's this part there's like little bit in All the Young Dudes where Sirius hasn't figured out he's gay yet, and he's just dating all the girls. And Mary is just a slut. She just dates all the guys. And that, like, good on her. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead, do it. You can. Oh, and there's this bit where, like, Remus, like, turns to Sirius and says that he has to respect Mary, like, that he should respect her more. Because you know, Sirius is serious, and Remus is like very friends with the Valkyries. Uh, um, so very friends, fantastic. Grammar is grammaring so much. He tells Sirius that he needs to respect Mary, uh, and he goes. Wait, let me see if I remember the exact line. I think this is the exact line. What? She has the best tits in the year. That's respectable. That's not what he meant, Sirius, but sure. I believe him. I fucking believe him. The um my only problem, literally only problem with all the young dudes is that Mary is straight. That's my only problem. I desperately needed Mary to be bi. Because Marlene McKinnon is just dating. I think it starts with an L. I think it's the mother of the the Patil siblings. You know, the sisters, the twins. Um, yeah, I think it's their mother. But I'm not. I don't. She's just dating her. And I wanted Mary to be bi so that Marlene could date Mary instead. And so that I could maybe possibly see myself dating Mary, because my God, my God, the way she's described and the way I imagine her. Oh, also, she is she's good to the point that she had sex with Remus um after he'd already like after he'd already figured out that he was gay and that he loves Sirius and he'd never love anyone else. And he was like, yeah, like physically, sure, it was good, but it didn't really do it for me, like mentally and emotionally. Like, don't get me wrong, you're hot, really hot, like girl, get it. But in the girl get it way, like girl, I don't I like men. Specifically, this one man with black hair and pale skin, and he's really hot. And when he's wearing Muggle clothes, he wears this leather jacket and these like really way better quality boots than the ones that I had. And he's like, and you know who I'm talking about, and I better shut the fuck up right now. I stopped trying to do the British accents for the characters at some point. I don't know when, but I did. I still read it with a British accent, and I have a slightly different accent for each of the characters in my head, but I can't like verbalize it. So it's just in my head, and they have slightly different voices. I still haven't quite connected uh, Andrew Garfield's voice with a British accent for Remus. Andrew Garfield. But I'm getting there. I am getting there. And I haven't been really like only recently have I started visualizing Remus as Andrew Garfield. Um, because he's been too young until now to be visualized as Andrew Garfield. He's just been too young for that. Like up until like fifth year. I was like, yeah, no, that is a kid, that is a child, that is a nondescript child with the same colored hair as Andrew Garfield. He's also bald because Matron like shaved the heads of all the boys of St. Edward's home, boys, trouble, boys, boys, gay. Words not wording, but gay. So yeah, this is my rant for the day. It is over an hour long. This was initially supposed to be sent to Hunter, and that was it. But I give up on that. So now this is going on YouTube. Have fun watching this shit for an hour. I make no sense ever. Today I make less sense. We all make mistakes. We all learn from our past mistakes. I apologize in advance for what I am about to put into the world. I apologize for how many times I said the word slurs. I also apologize for what else do I apologize for? I know I said stuff. I apologize for uttering the sentence Bill Cipher is thick. And I apologize for uttering it again. So those are my apologies done. I can tell that, I hope you can tell that they are very sincere. Can you tell by my face? Anyway, it's a little Vine reference, because I can't help myself. But yeah, I have to go to the supermarket to buy cheese, and then I need to make dinner because my mom is in a class for stuff. I am incredibly eloquent today. You can tell by the times that I've said the word slurs. So yeah, and now my mom's calling me, so yeah, rant over. I apologize for everything, and bye.